First and 10 now from the 33. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Dillon now on first and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Down at the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Dillon up the middle. Stays on his feet. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll run here with Dillon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
Hurts completing this one quickly. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith from 8 yards out. And the Eagles start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton. That one complete to again. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And the Panthers, first down. First and 10.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's second and 10. Dalton. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete. Brings up third down.
Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up second and 5.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Dillon on the counter. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 70 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And the Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Dillon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard
Throwing
line.
is Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tershawn Wharton able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
3rd and 9 here. Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers about ready to take over. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. So Dalton now. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Andy Dalton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll start by running the option to the right. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Looking to throw. Dalton. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Under pressure, and they get to him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, and the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. He'll take it inside the 25.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of